Now, Sandra, I've always been interested in the earliest stage appearances of actors.
Mm-hmm.
Now, your mom, she took you on tour in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
As an opera singer, how did she fit you into the productions to get you on
Oh, and
stage?
you see in every opera there's usually the token gypsy child. So that's where I had my place. No singing involved, just a lot of running around dirty in the background. So that's what I did. Wasn't all of them, it was just some of them. It was actually a very nice babysitting service for her. She knew where I was at all times. She could be singing an opera and backhand me at the same time. So I was always under her thumb.
You know, a lot of actors, when they move to New York, they get a waitress or waiter job.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what type of place did you work in, and how good
I
a
worked
waitress?
at several. I was a great waitress actually. I was also a really good coat check person, and I think I was a wonderful hostess. And I was also a very good bartender. I do well in that. I love it. I loved waiting tables. So I had a couple jobs there. You know, everything from, you know, a great gourmet burger joint to a really seedy place, and then to a really nice swank place. I think I covered all my bases in terms of waiting in various eating establishments. I wanted to make sure I covered all fields, you know.
Yeah, I was going back through some old NBC tape of old NBC shows we had,
Mm-hmm.
and came across a show called Working Girl.
Mm-hmm.
And
Why are you going there? Are we here talking about The Net?
oh, well,
Hi, there's a film I did called The Net,
okay.
and it's about computers.
All right. Well, there's one last old question, but I'm just curious. At that point in your career,
Mm-hmm.
how big a deal was that for you? Was
Oh,
that
it was
like
huge, as it would be for anybody. I mean, it wasn't the most enjoyable experience I had, but I learned a lot about what not to do from that experience, and it taught me a lot. It was very painful. It was very hard. My hands were kind of tied at that point because I was very unschooled in what you're allowed to fight for as an artist, you know, and it was basically started out as a really funny role and then was kind of turned into the straight role, and I was like, well, I don't do this very well. So it was hard, but I'm glad it was a huge deal for me. It was as it would be for anybody, you know, sort of plucked out of several people and given this opportunity that, you know, was amazing. It was amazing.
Well, turning to The Net,
Mm-hmm.
I know one of the most maybe not exciting things to do is just sit and type at a terminal.
Actually, it was. It actually was because of the programs that they had put together. The guys that we hired that put together the actual programs that's what they do for a living. They're computer wizards, and it was great to find out in terms of, you know, with my knowledge of computers is not as extensive as theirs was, obviously, but to find out every time I did a button, I wanted to know what I needed to do to get to the next level that they had programmed.
Okay.
So I knew what I was doing roughly. I didn't want it to be where I was just banging on the keys without any direction.
Well, how much scrutiny did you feel when you were sitting there? I mean, were there all these technical people looking over your shoulders? And,
Not really. They were in the back, but they paid very close attention, and I'm glad they did, because that's the backbone of the film, and I would hope that, you know, we could be as accurate as possible, especially to something that is that up for scrutiny to begin with. There's going to be a lot of people out there going, she hit the wrong key, and I don't want to be hitting the wrong key, so they would make sure that I was doing the right thing.
Now, I had a question about endorsements.
Mm-hmm.
When you do a movie with a lot of computer products,
Mm-hmm.
are you finding that a lot of computer companies are now calling you up about?
Not yet. Not yet. I mean, you know, one film that I just finished, I got asked to endorse, I think, the frozen food industry, because the first time, you know, they said that we showed the frozen food industry in a light, and everybody eats them. I mean, there's freezer sections of them. So, you know, I'm not very good at endorsing. You know, I'll just use what I use and go on about my life. But no, I have been asked to endorse the new CD-ROM. No, haven't.
Okay, great. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank
It's a
you
pleasure.
very
Okay.
much.